Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So we're gonna do part 2 of me reacting to your unpopular or popular K-pop opinions. So yeah, it's K-pop, not the apocalypse, and let's just get in with the video. Harsh opinion, but I feel as though IVE doesn't have much actual talent. Wow, that's gonna ruffle a few feathers. They lip sync at every single concert / music shows they have, even when they're singing out. Ouch. And even if they were dancing, which the dances they do are not hard to sing with, they are still lip syncing. Most of their stage presence is mediocre, as all they do is wink and bite their lips aggressively. Compared to other groups, they are mediocre and mostly for visuals and aesthetic. Okay, so I agree and I disagree. I disagree with the part of them not being talented or having no talent, because I do think they are talented and make good music. They sing well for their own type of songs, and they do take part in their music production or writing process. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So I wouldn't say they're not talented. I think they dance well to the kind of music they are given. And the part that I actually agree with is when it comes to their stage presence, I don't think IVE has like one of the best stage presence in K-pop. If I'm talking stage presence, I wouldn't come in that conversation. Like 15 groups for it wouldn't be called by me, because I don't think they have the best stage presence. And I think the members, they're okay in the way they perform on their own, especially Eugene. I think she's the best performer of her group. She always carries the group for me. Wang Yang, she focused too much on looking pretty, if I'm being honest, and actually giving me a good performance, even though yes, she's doing her job, she's the visual, but she is also an idol, a singer and a performer. So I sometimes expect her to go more harder than she actually does, but I'm okay with what she's doing, if I'm being honest. And then there's Lizzo, who I think really improved when it comes to stage presence, and there's Gul and Liz, Ray. I think they all, like, they're okay for me, their stage presence. So overall I would say their stage presence are not that great, but they're just okay. I wouldn't say they're mediocre. And live singing, they do sing live, especially in their I Am comeback, one of my favorite songs of 2023. And even though that song's really hard for them to sing live, you can see from them just shouting at them. Like, whenever I watch that performance, I always feel sorry for their vocal cords, because whenever they sing it, it's like they're straining their voices, trying to prove that they can actually sing live. So I think they can sing live, they're just not that stable singing live. Overall, I agree to an extent. I agree that, yes, when it comes to stage presence, they're not the best. And I have said this. If you were here last year in one of my opinions video, I did say they have a winking problem, especially Wang Yang and Lizzo. I think also Go, she has joined them. They have like this winking problem that they just cannot stop, and the more I talk about it, the more they do it more aggressively. So I agree to an extent. Jisoo and Boyoung's relationship was not media play. I kept seeing blogs hating on him and saying that he used Jisoo for clout and all that jazz. And it's like, do these people not date? Sometimes relationships last as long as a week. And just because they never posted pictures of each other on their public Instagram, that doesn't mean that they were not dating. If both companies confirm something, that was given the okay by the idol and actor themselves. I think that makes it pretty believable. YG could have easily did the same thing they did with Jennie and Taehyung's rumors and just said it's the idol's personal life. Obviously, Jisoo and Boyoung both wanted to announce a relationship, but that doesn't mean they owe anything to the public and that they have to post any pictures or videos from their relationship. These blogs need to touch some grass, especially the ones that were hating on him because he had a kissing scene, and that's disrespectful to Jisoo. He's an actor. I keep asking myself that, like, do these people not actually have a life, like boyfriends or girlfriends? Like, do you guys not date? Are you guys not into like the dating? Like, stop. I feel like Jisoo is kind of a private person when it comes to dating. That's why she didn't post anything. And why should I be forcing Jisoo to post about her boyfriend? Like, I do not care about Jisoo's personal life. Honestly, I love Jisoo. I think she's down to earth. But when I saw that notification of her dating, I was like, yes, yeah, let's go, Jisoo. And that's all. I was not here thinking, oh, what are they doing now? Like, isn't that creepy? Why are you people so, I don't know, weird? I find this behavior weird, because especially me, I'm a private person when it comes to my dating. I don't want outsiders or strangers having a say in what I do in my relationship. I find that really invasive. Like, stop. And I think Jisoo, I think it was both their decision to not post anything. I just think, I don't know what to think, because it's not my relationship. I don't have a right to think about them that way. So yes, I do agree. And why are people hating on him? Because he's doing his job. He's an actor. What do you guys expect him to do? Not kiss the girl? He's gonna kiss the girl. If it's in the script, you guys have to just let go of that and stop hating on him. And why are Blinks or Blongs hating on him when maybe when the time they were together, they were happy? I thought you want Jesus to be happy. Don't you want that? Don't you want her to be happy and having a relationship and having a life and not all about YG and all this idol stuff? So it's kind of weird. Like, people be really weird on the internet. Like, stop. Have a life. Go touch some grass. Go read a book. Like, stop. K-pop stans are hypocrites. 50-50 didn't deserve that. People are always blaming companies for mistreating their idols, etc. Always hating on the company. But when a group is mistreated, they hate on the group. This makes no sense to me. Then they're saying, I'm so sad it ended up like this. If they just were grateful. Like, guys, no. I'm not saying that if the 50-50 members are angels or anything. Just that they definitely deserved more support. And I believe they were in fact mistreated. Not by, I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I'm just gonna call it that guy, but by the givers. And that's where I blame this guy, because it was their responsibility to make sure that the givers were doing their job properly and make contact with the girls themselves without intermediaries, like the givers, to keep a good communication and avoid misunderstanding and troubles like this. We're not talking about kids. They are adults and should be responsible. If the CEO could not manage training, searching, etc., the girls, and hired someone else to do it for them and didn't not communicate with the girls and directly neither with their families, I don't know how a supposedly responsible adult expected things to go well. And in this part, I don't really know, but in some part with money and credits of Cupid, I don't know if the givers or this guy was not transparent about it, which is a huge problem. That could cause everyone involved legal trouble. They're very young and their parents still have a lot of influence over them. Even though you don't feel like the 50-50 members are right, please don't hate on them or support companies who say they're lost, etc. If companies said that, it's to scare their idols to open their mouths. And I agree with this opinion. I feel like 50-50 didn't deserve all of this. Now, I don't even know how their career is going to go from this point on. One member have already left the group, and I think there's still legal trouble. I was keeping up with this story, but at one point I got tired because how the public reacted to this. I feel like it was unwarranted in some parts. People were hating on the girl. I'm like, this is the time for you guys to step up and help these girls, because every time they always complain, oh, this company did give them a scarf. Oh, they're not wearing the right boots. Oh, they're wearing cheap outfits. Oh, they're wearing that. And sometimes it's not even mistreatment, it's just mismanagement. And then in this situation where people really need to pay attention and stop jumping, into conclusions, like, people need to listen and watch. I feel like this whole situation, I was not in the companies. I was not in companies. I was like, I don't care. Companies use these young people for money. They exploit them. Look what happened with Luna. I was expecting the whole K-pop community to come together and help these girls and, at least not trash them online, because at that time I was seeing a lot of hate tweets of people hating on 50-50, calling them ungrateful, and there are netizens out there. I'm like, okay, what about the company? I was seeing little criticism for the company and more for these girls, calling them ungrateful. Oh, they're greedy. Oh, they want their money hungry. I'm like, sometimes you just gotta fight for what you want. Because people, it's true, they are really hypocrites, and it's just sad that they got to this point. And I don't know why whenever like a small group from a small company or a non-company, they blow up, they explode, they have all this attraction, and they start breaking, records and reaching more for K-pop, and all of a sudden they get hit with like this legal stuff, and they just disappear and everything just goes downhill from there. I just hate that. It always happens. And I agree. I feel like K-pop stans are very hypocritical in many situations, and this was one of them. I just feel sorry for the girls, and I just hope that they continue making music, because I am interested to see what they got in the future. So yeah. I think one of the reasons Jennie was underperforming in the Blackpink recent tour was because of the leaks. I could be wrong, but honestly, if I was Jennie and someone hacked me and leaked pictures that were private and that I did not want to share with the world, that it would affect me in some way, like especially the one with her in the bathtub. So that's just like my theory. Again, I could be 100% wrong because I don't know Jennie personally. Well, you see, that's the thing. We could only speculate. I was also trying to figure out what was going on with her, because she seems off in some places, and then sometimes she's having fun. And sometimes she's just sad and just want to get out of there. Like, I was really speculating, like, okay, what's going on with this girl? Is she okay? Does she need time off? Even though they got 2 years off, but she was still busy at that time. but sometimes you have to also be professional. I get that she was mad. Like, who wouldn't be mad about people leaking your stuff? But in some parts, when she's performing in, different, not like the same night, but sometime when she's performing, it's like she is being a little bit lazy, and people pay their money to see her, and then she's acting that way. Like, you have a right to do that, but you're also doing your job. So at least do your job, and then you can figure out that later. I get Jenny, and she's only human. She's not gonna have the same energy everywhere, and we should not force her to have that energy, but at least try. Because in some clips, you can see that she wasn't even trying compared to the others. Like, she wasn't even giving her best, and that's the only thing about it. I get that you're not gonna have the same energy, and you're gonna get mad sometimes. You're only human, but sometimes just be professional. I don't like any of the rappers in BTS. I respect them, don't get me wrong. They write and produce their own stuff, and I will consider them actual rappers. It's just their tones that I don't like. I'm not trying to be mean, but their voices irritate me. And it's not just the rap line. I've noticed that I also find Jimin's voice unbearable. For me, he ruins all of BTS songs. And I understand. BTS rap line is not for everybody, and maybe sometimes they get thrown up by the tone or I don't know, the way they rap. So I understand your own opinion. But to me, I love Jimin's voice. He one of my favorite in BTS, even though he can get a little bit like nasally, and sometimes like he's straining his voice. But there are a lot of songs like Serendipity that I actually love his voice on, and I just cannot hate on his voice. So I get your opinion there. Twice had one of the weakest vocal lines in the big three girl group, but for me, they also make one of the best music from the big three. I agree. Like, their vocal line is not all that, but like their music is good. Overall, it's good. Even though now I feel like it has come to like this point of them just being generic, but it's still good song and strong songs. Just not like the perfect song that we get like in 2019, 2018, like the Feel Special, the I love More and More. I know, unpopular opinion, because many people seem to hate that song. More and More. I do also love the Feels. I feel like at that time we were getting good Twice comebacks. I also feel like Science is overrated. I love your older songs too, so I get that. But they make like bangers and catchy songs. Chill Kill is such a good song. I mean, right? The Queens have done it again. I will forever love Red Velvet because they just have such a flawless discography. I mean, where's the lie? Chill Kill is a very good song. People were hating on it. I'm like, sometimes you just don't have good music taste. Like, you don't love her, or you don't see her the way I do. Yeah. Super is one of 17's best house track. I also love Gods of Music. I haven't listened to that yet. A little bit more than the original version. So I can agree on the Super because I think it's fire. It's fun. So I agree with that one. The other one, I will go into it later. You can dislike idols just as long you're not spamming their comments with hate or going out of your way to be an asshole towards them. I think it's 100% okay. There are some idols I don't like myself. I don't know these people. I could be wrong about them. I kept that in mind too. But sometimes you just don't vibe with a celeb, and that's okay. Sorry about the land, girl. Just like, see your throat. And I agree with that last one. There are so many idols that I wouldn't say here. I don't really hate them, but I just don't like them. Some I have my reasons, and some I just don't like them. But I don't go out of my way to make tweets about them, to talk about them on the internet like they owe me something, or just ruining their reputation and just being mean. I don't do that because I just don't like them. I'll keep that to myself. I don't need to be negative on spaces and with their fans. I don't need to get on with that. So I agree with that. Like, you cannot like someone, that's fine. But sometimes calm down. It's your opinion. Keep it to yourself. We don't want to hear that shit. Keep all your negativity to yourself. Okay? I will not call any names because I will get dragged in the comments. But there are many idols that I have reasons for some, and some like, I don't like this guy, but that doesn't mean I should make a video about just dragging his looks, going for the way they talk, or just mock them. I don't do that. And making the most racist and xenophobic comments. So I get that. I get where this person is coming from. And yeah, thank you for sending your opinion, and send more next time. I like Stay Tonight by Changha more than Gotta Go. The choreography is so much better too. Everything about that song is just such a slay. I mean,
that's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT!
Finally, someone who thinks Stay Tonight is so much better than Gotta Go. I am a huge Changha stan, but whenever I see like her fans talking about her best songs, Gotta Go is always there, and I love it. It's a classic, but Stay Tonight just hit different. You know what I mean? Like, the choreography, like, everything is giving classic to me. I just love that song. I think everything about it is so good, and I do love it more than Gotta Go. So I agree with you. Yeah, we are besties. Like we have the same taste. We have good taste. You know what I mean? And yeah, Changha
Like, speaking of Changha, girl, what the F are you? Because I know you don't love your company. So we need good music, girl. We need good music. Anyways, stan Changha for classic music. My friend hated Unikai, so I told our teacher she was cheating on every test, and now she might be getting expelled.
With all due respect, what the fuck?
Whoa! Then she must really not be your friend. Or you guys not like real friends, because if you really snitched on her. Is she okay? I mean, was she able to find a good school and just continue with her studies? Like, even though I get that she was cheating, but whoa, man, like that was a little bit too far. I'm just laughing because you snitch on her because of her hating on Unikai. Like, I get that sometimes our friends or sisters can get really annoying hating someone that you really love, but then, damn, that was harsh. I wonder how she is now. I mean, is she okay? And does she know that you were the one that outed her? Or did you tell her that it was you? No, that would be so wicked. Are you guys talking? Like, did she forgive you? The way how I'm so interested in knowing how this ends is crazy. But, I mean, I don't think... Okay, I'm sorry. It's not funny. It's not funny. This seems like more as like a confession, which I'm gonna do later to hear my subscribers like confessions, K-pop confessions, because this is interesting. It's really interesting. My teacher, Mrs. IOI. Wow. That's sad because they ain't coming back. They ain't coming back for no one. I mean, I'm sorry for her or him. I really don't know what to say because it's been so long since they disbanded. Like, there's nothing we could do now. La Seraphim's choreography for Unforgiven, that one fancy fart part. Is not only weird but also kind of not appropriate considering Inche is still a minor. I agree with this opinion. There are a lot of, well, this is like they have a track record. Hype has always like marketed La Seraphim as if they don't have a minor in their group. Like, they have this track record of giving them very inappropriate dance moves, especially when there's a child in that group. It happened with Fearless. Even though we didn't see the full video of them doing the lap dance, they must have done that because, well, they've been training for months and they only edited that part because of the backlash. And then it happened also with Perfect Night. There's this choreography of them, I don't know, squatting or stuff, and I just don't like seeing them acting like Inche is this young adult. She's still a child. She's a minor. At least let her act like one. They're trying to, remove the childlike from her. It's giving, I don't know, it's giving me weird vibes. Just like aespa's Next Level, the part when they're like turning their butt to the camera and then I don't know, like, it was just weird. Like, you guys get what I mean. So I agree. I just don't like that they have a lot of inappropriate dance moves. Like, you can still dance and still, stop sexualizing this kid. I just don't like how they market Inche especially. And also they be giving them, especially Inche, the most exposed clothes. I'm like, we don't need to see that. She's a kid. We don't need to see that. So yeah, I get what you mean. G-Idol's hit EP was better than a lot of the songs Soyoung has written for the group. I love Soyoung and she's a great songwriter. But what the F was Queen Card? Like, for starters, where's my rap Soyoung babes? And the tomboy rap was shit. Whoa. I just want to film a TikTok trying to be relatable. LMAO. I was a bit disappointed that the heat was not made by Soyoung, but for the first time in Jive's likeness, I have loved every track on that album. Tall Tree was a gap in it, but I still loved it. I Do is so good. Eyes Roll is a no skip. I Want That and Flip It lyrics was cringy as fuck, but I loved it. In other G-Idol's EP or albums, there's always a few songs I hate or dislike. In I hated every song except for Nude. In I Feel Allergy, Queen Card, and Peter Pan were my only faves. And in I Trust, I only like Lion and Oh My God. And in I Am, I really like La Ta Ta and What's in Your House. Only a few because I'm not listening to every G-Idol song I like. Don't get me wrong, Soyoung is a great producer, writer, and just rapper and singer in general, but he was better than any album Soyoung had written. I hope the new full album is good, because if she ends up doing some Queen Card ass shit, I'm gonna unstand, because what the F? Like, where the F on my rap Soyoung bestie? And yes, I agree, because from the moment that she started releasing, the Tomboy, the Nude, the Queen Card, I was not feeling it. Like, I was not feeling it from their title track, that is. And I don't really know much of this song because I'm not a huge G-Idol fan. I'm mostly tuning for their title tracks, so they don't really make me go listen to their albums. That thing about G Idol, like there are some groups that you just watch for their title track and then you just go. And G Idol is that group for me. I don't always go into their discography. Maybe I would try doing that because you name a lot of songs, a lot of like albums that I want to know why you felt that way. I get what you mean. Like I don't want this new because I've seen the teaser that they released today and I'm impressed. We always know G Idols always slay when it comes to their concept, their teaser. So I'm already like really excited now. But I don't want any Queen Card type of shit. Okay, I don't want that cringy ass lyrics. I think that it's overdone. And yes, I get what you mean. Sometimes like let it go. And I do agree. She's a really great producer, writer, and she has really good ideas, but not every song hits, you know? There's like the hits and there are like the flops or the misses. So I get that. Yeah. Sound babes, bestie, please don't fail me now. Like don't fail me. I've seen the teaser for your new comeback. I love the concept. Please don't fail me. Woonbin from Riz is so handsome. Like he's not real. He also looks like Minjin from New Jeans too. I mean, this guy, he be doing something different to me. Like, the long hair, I can't. No, I can't. And the Minji one, I don't know. Maybe in your eyes, but to me, I don't see like the similarity. Maybe it's the eyes though, the eyes. But like, no lies was spilled. Truth. Like that guy is so handsome. I have a friend who ships Haein x Danielle, Kaylee x Nikki, and Hyunjin x Jay. Whoa. I wonder what be going on in your friend's mind. A lot of stuff. I don't ship them, but girl, you do you, I guess. Jennie's vocals have not been good lately. The Chanel performance, I don't know what that was. She didn't sound like horrible, but it didn't sound right either. Her technique and the way she just sang was not giving professional idol. It was been in the industry for 7 years. I agree. Recently, when she's performing, her voice is like she sounds strained, and I don't know, like the technique be lacking. The idol, that one singer, she's doing Lily's line, "You can pull my hair, touch me anywhere." Why did Lily, who's not even a singer by the way, outsinging Jennie? Stop. She was literally singing in cursive, and mind you, they had the opportunity to refilm because it's a show, you know. So you're telling me that was the best shot? Stop. I haven't really watched The Idol. I've only seen clips, so I'm gonna have to watch it. Snowman performance, same thing with the first one. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't good either. What else? What else can we expect? She needs more vocal training, and when you compare this to her old live singing, it's just sad. Not to mention the face she makes when she's singing too. Like she's doing all that just to not sound good. It's kind of funny, but it's just disappointing. Yeah. Overall, I just really wish, like, when she has now full control of her solo work. I just wish she has good producers and she has a good team, and I want her to be happy, because last year when performing, she was not really herself. She looks stressed, she looks depressed, she looks tired, and I just hope that now when she has full control of her solo work, she can do what she actually wants to do. And as she said, she thinks she needs to give more to her fans. I hope she works on that. And yeah, I agree that it's been disappointing, but this is a new year now. Let's hope and pray for good performances, good music from her, because she did said she's gonna release an album. So I am excited. Let's just go. I agree, and let's just bear with it. Yeah. Haein, one of the most underrated vocals I've ever seen from a Big K4 group. For starters, big New Jeans fan. I love them so much. They got me fully into K-pop instead of just casual listening. I love all 5 of these girls so much, but what the F are people doing leaving Haein out of everything? I open comments on a live singing video of New Jeans and have to scroll for ages to find a comment saying Haein vocals are so good or something like that. And oh my effing god, I swear it's so frustrating. I may be a little biased here because Haein is my alt, but she is New Jeans. Her vocals stand out and she's so talented. Also, what gets me really mad is that on K-profiles, I can't vote for her as my alt. I don't know, it makes me so mad. Like, whoever made Haein page, I'm so mad at you. Anyways, thanks. And if you do a YouTube video with this one, show a clip. That's the thing. I'm sorry I could not find the clip and the link. It wasn't really working. I'm sorry about that. And the thing about this one, even though I do not know much about New Jeans and their talent and their vocals, I have listened to Haein and I think she has a beautiful voice. I didn't even think she was underrated though. I was like, is she? Like when I first read it was like, oh, she's underrated. Okay, that's weird. But I do think it's not really nice to leave out a member out of everything. I think is kind of rude because they are a group. They're not, like singling out one member and not not making her taking part of stuff is, I think it's mean and rude, and I find it disrespectful. But you can't blame people for not, always going to her first. I know it's actually really frustrating for you. I can get that from your opinion, but I think you should have more patience. Like now, maybe they're just a bunch of fans who love Danielle more, who love Minji's voice, who love the other members' voice more. Maybe later on, Hae will have her own turn and have her own fans, praising her for her voice. So just calm down and just be patient, okay? Please don't be mad. I'm sorry you can't vote for her in like K-Profile. So yeah. G by Girls' Generation is the best K-pop song ever. I mean, no lies detected. And sometimes you just gotta. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, it's the most K-poppy song, one of the most K-pop songs I've ever heard. And a little story time. This is actually the first K-pop song I've ever heard when I was little, but I didn't even know it was K-pop. And I was like, what? I don't know, 7 when this song came out, something like that. And my dad got his new phone, and this video was just there. Like the short of it was just there. And when we saw it, me and my sisters, we just can't stop singing it. We didn't even know it was K-pop. We didn't know it was Korean music. Like we were just singing it, and I didn't even know that was K-pop. I didn't have a phone at that time. I was playing most of those toys. I didn't care about phones. So yeah, now that I've like seen the music video, I was like, oh, it was them, because we didn't even know their names. I didn't know anything about them until the year I got into K-pop. I finally got into K-pop, which was 2018, and then boom, I was like, what? This was Girl Generation? I didn't even know. And if you saw me that time, I was obsessed with them. I kept mouthing those words, and I don't know, it's just so funny. So I agree, the best K-pop song ever. So okay guys, we made it to the end of this video. I know I talk a lot. I should stop doing that. Sometimes I just talk and I forgot that I'm actually doing a video. So if you guys made it to this point, thank you guys so much for watching. I am planning on doing K-pop confessions, because the confession that I got, I'm interested to know a lot of K-pop confessions. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for participating. And if your opinions out there, give me a shout out in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye loves.